I went to a school that I wasn't engaged in. I was a product of a single parent home. My mom did the best that she could, but she worked a bunch of jobs. So when she was home, she was very tired and didn't have a lot of time for us, right? And as many jobs as she worked, they never were enough to get us comfortable. We'd have food in the refrigerator one week, but no lights. Next week would have lights, but no water and maybe some food, right? And that was my life for a long time. So as a young man, as soon as I could, I jumped off the porch head first. And unfortunately, there weren't a lot of people there to receive me and say, hey, young man, here's a trade that you can learn, or here's a good job for you, right? The only people that were waiting for me were the people in the streets, and they were excited to have me. And I just wanted to belong somewhere. I just wanted to help my mom pay bills. I eventually was in this hamster wheel of getting locked up and then getting out and then trying to find another job. But now no jobs want me because not only do I have no skills, but I also have felonies as well. So my options were very limited. But I reached out to my community and I was like, hey, I'm a teenage father. I'm a teenage felon. I didn't have a network. I don't know what to do, but I don't want to do what I'm doing now. I know I'm bigger than this. I know that there's something better than the things that I'm trying to do just to survive, just to help my mom pay bills. I'll take anything. The network got back to me and they said, you know what? There's a job, third shift in a machine shop. I can't guarantee you the job, but I can at least get you an interview. And I said, you know what? I will clean the elephant poop stalls at the zoo if I have to, as long as it's clean, legal money that I don't have to look over my shoulder and feel bad for getting it. So I got into this machine shop and a gentleman handed me a test and he said, we've got 2 positions open, son. One is material handling engineer is what I'll call it, but I was the shop boy. Cut all the metal, swept around all the machines, and wiped them all down third shift to make sure that the real machinists and the welders and everything could come in and get to work right away on first shift. The other position was a machinist, and I think at the time the saw person was like $12.50 an hour, and machinist was $16 an hour. So I was like, I'm a machinist, give me the machinist. And he hands me a test, and it's got micrometers and calipers on there, things I've never seen in my life before. And he was like, oh, here's your machinist test. And I failed it. I did horrible. The whole first side looked like Valentine's Day. It was red all over the place, right? But on the second side, they had measurements. And it was like, here's a quarter. Here's 3/8. Here's 0.5. Here's 500ths. And it said, what are these? And I did great on those, right? Because my street job, I was used to. Yeah. So I did really good on that side, and he said, you know what, son? You are not a machinist. I can tell you that right now. But you can be one. After a lot of coffee and donuts, staying after and dodging wrenches, eventually I became a manual machinist. And then after that, I didn't stop learning. They sent me to school, and I got to become a programmer. After that, I went to school again. I went to a school called MIT, and I got double graduate degrees.